Shalom, giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rabakah Kodash, double honor to the apostles, the great millstone that do well and that taught me the truth. Peace, love, and blessings also to you brothers on the highways and byways, giving all diligence to make it calling and election sure, and also blessings to the very few sisters out there that are listening, learning, and believing. I'm the fellow Pinocchio coming at you once again. Another lesson, Lord's will through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. This lesson's edifying and exhorting. And as you can see here, Russia begins deployment of new state-of-the-art Sarmat ICBM, which I believe America and its allies call this missile Satan, okay? But the proper name for this missile is Sarmat, all right? But they call it Satan missile, okay? So the reason why we speak on nuclear missiles because they're mentioned in the scriptures. All right, they're a part of biblical prophecy, and the nuclear missiles is basically going to transition the planet Earth into the kingdom of heaven. Okay, because in order for the kingdom of heaven, which is Yahushai's kingdom, all right, the Son of God, his kingdom is going to be established here on the planet Earth. In order for his kingdom to be established, okay, this current kingdom has to be destroyed, okay? And the destruction of this kingdom will transfer in the kingdom of heaven, okay? Just like any other kingdoms that basically were in power, all right, from the Assyrian, Babylonian Empire to the Medo-Persian Empire, and basically those empires, to the Greeks, to the Romans, those empires were overtaken by the upcoming kingdom or power, and then they were established. Okay, so likewise, the same thing will happen. So this kingdom, starting with America, NATO, and the EU, this kingdom has to be brought down, and that's going to be by the way of these missiles. Okay, so here's an article here. Russia begins deployment of new state-of-the-art Sarmat ICBM. And ICBM stands for tongue twister. Intercontinental ballistic missiles. Forgive me. All right, which means these things travel from continent to continent. All right. So it says a new model has already been successfully tested and will enter service next year. Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu has said Russia's first new silo-based Sarmat intercontinental ballistic missile will be deployed into service next year. Defense Ministry Sergei Shoigu has said at a meeting of Russia's senior defense officials with President Vladimir Putin on Wednesday. Successful launches of the new heavy Sarmat missile system during state-run tests made it possible to begin work on its deployment. In total, some 22 new strategic nuclear missile launchers, including the silo-based Sarmat, as well as the Avangard and Yar system, are set to be deployed to the country's strategic missile forces next year, the minister revealed. Putin said the efforts will continue to improve the country's SMF, adding that the share of modern types of weapons in Russia's strategic nuclear forces has exceeded 91% this year. We will continue to maintain and improve the combat readiness of our nuclear triad. This is the main guarantee for preserving our sovereignty and territorial integrity, strategic parity, and a general balance of power in the world, he stated. Okay? So let's just read this closing statement right here. It says, this missile system, Sarmat, has a wide range of capabilities for deploying various types of combat payloads and is based on principles that assure guaranteed penetration of any anti-ballistic missile system, both now and in the future, Karakayev told the newspaper last week. All right? And that's exactly just that, all right? These are the weapons of the Lord. This is part of the Lord's army, all right? Because these people, when they Oppenheimer, when he created this weapon, okay, he repented of it. He quoted this quote, forget what book it was from, but he basically said, I've become death and destroyer of worlds. He repented once he created this. But what he has to understand, the Lord put the spirit on him to create these weapons. Okay? Because this is for the Lord's purpose. This is part of the Lord's army. That's what people don't understand. All right. Matter of fact, let me get a precept real fast. See if I can search for it. Bear with me. Okay. What's the word? Deep sleep. See if we can find it. All right. It's in Job. Right. This is Job 33:14. It says, "For the Most High speaketh once, yea, twice, yet man perceiveth it not. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumberings upon the bed, then he opened the ears of man, and sealeth their instruction." So when you sleep, basically you receive instruction, you receive a download as to what it is you're going to do. When people wake up and, they just inspired to do something, what inspired you? All right, meaning what spirit, all right, was put on you to do that? Okay? When people be like, oh, I don't know what came over me. I just did this or just did that. Or they were just inspired to do something. That's the Lord sending that spirit down. All right, that angel down to work on your mind and seal your instruction. I said the scriptures says, then he opened the ears of man and sealed their instruction, that he may withdraw man from his purpose and hide pride from men. Okay, so that's why we can't be prideful, because basically, as Elder Gabar brought out today, we're like robots, okay, of the Lord. So with that being said, we're gonna get this precept here, because he repented after he created that. And matter of fact, I'm gonna see if I can bring that video up and see if we can get it up on here. It's Isaiah 54:16. It says, "Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire," and a smith. Or he had a blacksmith, a locksmith, basically someone that their craft was making swords, making weaponry. Okay, the modern day sword, the modern day weapon is that nuclear missile. Okay, so the Lord said, "Behold, I've created a smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. I have created the waster to destroy." Okay, the Lord created these missiles. The Lord put it in these men's spirits, which is why they repented after they created these things. Okay, because this is all for the purpose of the Lord Judgment Day, as we know that one scene in Terminator, Sarah Connor. All right, that's all biblical prophecy. So let's see if we can pull that up real fast. I have become death and destroyer of worlds. Right here.
We knew the world would not be the same. Few people laughed. Few people cried. Most people were silent. I remembered the line from the Hindu scripture, the Bhagavad Gita. Vishnu is trying to persuade the prince that he should do his duty, and to impress him takes on his multi-armed form and says, "Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds."
Exactly. So it was from a Hindu scriptures. All right. He's become death and destroyer of worlds. Now, what the Lord said, I have created the waster to destroy. So as you can see here, they were sorrowful when they created that. Why? Go show you that it was divine intervention. Why would someone create such a weapon of mass destruction? That's godlike power. Okay, that's godlike technology. The scriptures say the earth shall melt, the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The Lord created the sun, the constellations, the moon, the earth, the universe. These missiles, I believe, don't know the exact specs, but they said these things are 10 times hotter than the surface of the sun. Okay? So that you know that this was divine intervention. The Most High put the spirit on them to split the atom to create these nuclear weapons. Because as you can see clearly here, he repented of it. Because it wasn't him that was in control of this. It was the Most High. I have created. You people going to understand how dreadful and terrible the Most High is, man. That he's to be feared, that he's nothing to play around with. Okay, that he's in control and he's been in control. Okay, he's been sitting back and the angels have been ministering, making moves. All right, as the angels are mustering and controlling this third world's war and brewing it up. All right, these angels are sent down to work on the minds of these people. Okay, to seal your instruction. All right, that's why the Lord is greatly to be feared. Counsel is constantly taking place in the heavens. Judgments are constantly being sit down, and ultimate judgment is about to come upon the wicked. All right, 2/3 of our people, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and also the wicked Esau, Edom. Okay, his empire, these so-called Europeans, their world, their empire is about to be destroyed by the Heavenly Father. Okay, so let's get this. Go back to my notes. Let's get this other video this brother posted here.
Missile systems has the necessary range to potentially strike the United States. What's significant about these hypersonic missile systems is not only the speed at which they can fly, several times the speed of sound, but that they can change course once they missile systems has the necessary
7 times the speed of sound, and they can change trajectory, change courses. That's why he stated in that article that no missile defense system will basically won't be able to calculate its position. Because once you calculate its position, all right, it's going to change trajectory. It's going to change its course, and you're not going to be able to hit it. All right, and pursuing to Joel, even if they do fall upon a sword, as interpreted the scriptures, it's not going to do nothing to them, because you got to understand, as the brother put here, which he quoted a Bible verse, because it is the vengeance of the Lord, the vengeance of his temple. This is the vengeance of the Lord. This is the judgment day. Okay, and everybody that received that mark, Revelation 13 and 16. All right, that mark, which will be the RFID chip. All right, because they're getting ready to do it to cash and make the dollar digital, which they already have the CBDC in place. Okay. Everyone that receives that mark, read Revelation 14 and 9. This is your judgment. So I'm going to close out Isaiah, the 13th chapter. Okay. The burden of Babylon, which Babylon is America. Okay. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah, the son of Amos, did see. So this is a burden. That's the prophets. We the prophets, starting from the elder apostles of Great Millstone down, we come to tell you the burden of this place. Jeremiah 28 and 8. We come to let this kingdom know. We're prophesying in this kingdom. Let this kingdom know the Lord is about to bring forth a sore destruction upon this place. All right. It says, lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain. And this is the banners the scriptures. Okay, this is the banner. When somebody has a banner up, basically, it has something written, basically, let's say you have a event going on, you put up a banner, what this event is dedicated to, okay? You put up a banner has a name on it, a description, whatever the case may be. Well, that banner is the scriptures. So lift ye up a banner, which is the word of the Lord, upon a high mountain. That high mountain is America. America is the highest mountain on the planet Earth. Mountain meaning government. Okay? America is that governing that governing system that basically controls the planet Earth. All right. It says, exalt the voice unto them. So go out and prophesy, shake the hand. That's a rebuking, that they may go into the gates of the nobles. And his word has reached the gates of the nobles. His word has hit mainstream media. All right. They call it Hebrew Israelism. All right. That's what they call it. It says, I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones from mine anger. So the Lord is angry, even them that rejoice in my highness. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of kingdoms, of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle. All right, this third world war. So the Lord is brewing this up. The whole situation in Ukraine and everything, they have been saying that Ukraine has been seeing so many so-called UFO sightings over there. All right, those are the angels. All right, watching and brewing up that war, keeping track of that war, making certain moves over there. Okay, working on the minds of the people. This is the Lord's movie, man. He's the ultimate director. Okay, it says they come from a far country, from the end of heaven. Once again, ICBMs. They move from continent to continent. They come from a far country, and that far country is Russia, because Russia is going to be basically the catalyst, all right, of this strike. It says, from the end of heaven, even the Lord and the weapons. So this is the Lord. These are the Lord's weapons, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. Okay, how ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. And they shall be afraid, pangs and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed at one another. Their faces shall be as flames. Okay, because you're not going to believe that this is actually happening. Okay, it says, behold, the day of the Lord cometh cool, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. Okay, for those who are not covered by the Messiah, Yahushua, through his blood, you're a sinner. Okay. It's all that philosophy that the Christianity teaches. God hates the sin, not the sinner. Love the sinner, not the sins. However they say it. Basically to the point, God doesn't hate the sinner. He hates the sin. No, the scriptures say the Lord hated sinners. Okay? He hated sinners because a sin has to be acted out. It's an action. Okay? Sin, a sin is acted out. Sin can't be sin on its own. All right. That's why sin is transgression of the law. Someone has to transgress or go against the law in order for sin to be committed. Okay. It says, for the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. All right. Because once those missiles hit, those clouds are going to go up in the air. It's going to block out the sun. It says, and I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. Okay. It says, and I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than a golden wedge of Ophir. And that's talking about a man of the Lord. All right. An Israelite man, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. Okay. And also the Israelite foreigners that may look like the other nations that may be scattered among them. All right. Hence the verse, will he go amongst it to the disperse amongst the Gentiles and teach the Gentiles? All right. Will he go among the actual Gentiles, the other nations, and teach the Gentiles, the dispersed Israelites among those other nations? Okay, that basically are going after the ways of those other nations, speaking their languages, eating their foods, all right, practicing their customs. Okay, That's why the Lord, they asked they asked, the apostles that were sent out to the Gentiles, man. Okay, the Israelite foreigners, to disperse among the other nations. Okay. So the Lord's gonna make a man more precious than fine gold, because especially over here in the West, the women is put on a pedestal. Okay, the women is praised. Men has to get on one knee to bow down to the woman. All right, women are put on a pedestal. So the Lord, what he's going to do is he's going to change that. He's going to put things right side up, because right now things are upside down. It says, therefore will I shake the heavens. And the Lord going to shake the heavens. When these missiles hit, the earth going to shake, man. Okay, it says, and the earth shall remove out of her place in the wrath of the Lord of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger. And it shall be as a chased roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee everyone to his own land. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. All right, so if you join into this place, Babylon the Great, you're going to fall right along with it. Okay, it says, their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. Babylon is about to be spoiled, man. It says, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them. And that Medes is talking about the Russians. Okay, because the Russians, all right, it occupies that land today. It's not talking about the ancient Medes. Okay, it says, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, the Russians, which shall not regard the silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Their bows shall dash the young man to pieces, the missiles, and they shall have no pity upon the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. Okay, so they're going to shoot those missiles over here. They don't care if it's children over here, all right, pregnant women. They're going to shoot those missiles. Okay, just like basically America did to Japan, Hiroshima and Nagasaki. They didn't care if it was children over there, so the same thing is going to happen unto them. It says, in Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, America, the glory of kingdoms. Everybody want to be like America, okay? The beauty of the Chaldees' excellency shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. You go into the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah, fire and brimstone came down from the heavens, and that place was burned up. This is how we know this is talking about a future prophecy. This isn't talking about ancient Babylon, because ancient Babylon didn't go out in this fashion. Okay? So this was a future prophecy concerning the future Babylon, aka America. So that modern day fire and brimstone, all right, is going to fall upon modern day Babylon, which are the missiles. It says, it shall never be inhabited. So America is never going to be inhabited again. It says, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there. Neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures. And owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. And the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant places. And her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged. Which is why these missiles are going in production
strike the
next
United
year.
States.
All right, it's time for this place to go out. It's time for the kingdom of heaven to be established here on earth. America had its reign. Now it's all downhill from here. Okay, the quality of America is shit. The his dollar isn't worth anything. Okay, the infrastructure is trash. All right, this place is it lacks morals. Okay, we're not even gonna go into details. Teaching little kids, you know what I'm talking about. In school, you got men dressing up as women teaching little kids abominable things. Okay, this place is on its way out of here. The rape, rob, and murder of the children of Israel, the Lord's chosen people, the slavery, how this place was established. All right, the scriptures say, "Woe to the bloody city." Okay, so this place is is about to be terminated, man. Let's get that. We'll close out with this. Let's see if we get it. This one right here. And I'm gonna kind of skip through it. So, we don't get the copyright. But this is fair use. I'm not benefiting off this monetarily. It's basically teaching the scriptures, all right? Educational purposes. That's that terrible day, all right. That the prophet saw this day. That's why when Isaiah this specific prophecy here, he said Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldeans' excellency shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. So he saw just this right here. He saw this. He saw this destruction. He saw this. He said that heaven shall roll together as a scroll. He's talking about that mushroom cloud. So that's it, man. Lord's willingness was edifying. They say these missiles are to go into production next year. So we almost out of here. 2023, is going to be hell of a year, man. Lord's willing, the destruction come and the kingdom of heaven is established here on the planet Earth. So next time, say shalom.